Hello learners, in this lesson we will learn the states of matter. After analyzing previous year question paper in CTET examination, it is observed that from this chapter, 4 questions in 2011, 5 questions in 2012, 1 question in 13, 1 question in 2014 and 2 questions in 2015, 8 questions in 2016 were asked. So these questions are mainly related to the topics, that is states of matter, conversion of states of matter, etc. So let us start this lesson. What is matter? Anything which has mass and occupies space is called matter. Matter is a special kind of material having specific properties and composition. What are the characteristics of matter? Matter is made up of particles which are always in state of movement. The particles have space in between them, called the interparticular or intermolecular space. The particles of matter attract each other. Now, states of matter. Earlier, there were 3 states of matter, but now scientists are talking of 5 states of matter. They are as follows. First state is solid state. They have definite shape and fixed volume, that is, have negligible compressibility. They have a tendency to retain their shape when subjected to the outside force. They are rigid, that is, on applying force they may break, but it is difficult to change their shape. So these different states of matter due to the different arrangement of particles of matter. So, the solid state particles of matter are very close to each other. Solid particles hold each other very tightly, that is, a strong force of attraction between them. Next is liquid state. In liquid state, the particles are packed closely together. The particles in liquid are much farther apart than the particles in solid. The force of attraction in liquid is weaker than it is in solids. Liquids have definite volume but do not have a definite shape. Liquids take up the shape of the container in which they are kept. Let us see. They have definite shape but not definite volume. Definite volume but not definite shape. Liquid flow and change their shape. So they are non-rigid and considered as fluids. Next is gaseous state. They neither have definite volume nor definite shape. The gaseous particles are in state of random motion. They continuously hit each other and also the wall of the container. The pressure exerted by gas is because of force exerted by the gas particles per area on the wall of the container. The rate of diffusion for gas is higher and lower for the solids. Next is plasma. What is a plasma? Plasma, it is a fourth state of matter, the state that consists of superenergetic and superexcited particles. These particles are in the form of ionized gas, that is, fluorescent tube and neon sign bulb. Neon sign bulb contain neon gas and fluorescent tube contains helium gas or other gas. The plasma glows with a special color depending on the nature of the gas. It occurs at higher temperature, that is 5530 degrees C. The sun and the stars glows because of the presence of plasma in them. We often talk about the 3 states of matter, solid, liquid and gas. Most of the matter that we use in one of those 3 forms, but there is another that we see and use and that we often. There is that we would have hard time living without plasma. It is often called the fourth state of matter. Plasma is electrically charged, does not hold its shape, has huge amount of energy and is very difficult state to manipulate without a laboratory. Plasma can be found here on the earth in flames, lightning and the polar auroras, the sun and the stars and the some other space events and objects are also made of plasma matter. Next is Bose-Einstein condensate, that is also called BEC. It is the fifth state of matter. BEC formed by cooling of a gas of extremely low density, about 100,000 the density of normal air to super low temperature. Interconversion of states of matter. The states of matter are interconversible. They can be interchanged by changing temperature and pressure. Solid changes into liquid in the process of fusion, and liquid changes into solid, that is called solidification. Solid again changes into gas directly, that is called sublimation. As gas can be changed in solid, process is sublimation. Liquid changes into gas, that is called vaporization, and gases converts into liquid, that is condensation. Effect of temperature. The rise in temperature of solid, the kinetic energy of particles increases, because of which particles start vibrating with greater speed. The energy supplied by heat overcomes the force of attraction and thus particles leave their fixed position and start moving freely. The temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at the atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. It decreases in the presence of impurity. The melting point of ice is 273.16 Kelvin. Kelvin is the SI unit of temperature, that is 0 degrees C is equal to 273 Kelvin. For convenience, we write 0 degrees C is equal to 273 Kelvin. The process of conversion of solid into its liquid state is melting point is called fusion. The amount of heat required to change 1 kg solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure and at its melting point is called the latent heat of fusion. The temperature at which liquid starts boiling at the atmospheric pressure is called the boiling point. It increases in the presence of impurity. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees C, that is equal to 273 plus 100, that is equal to 373 Kelvin. The process of conversion of liquid into its vapor or gaseous state is called vaporization or boiling. The rate of evaporation increases with increase in surface area, temperature, wind speed, and decrease in humidity. The amount of energy required to change 1 liter water into vapors and its boiling point is called latent heat of vaporization. The process of converting the solid directly into gaseous state and vice versa is known as sublimation. The substance undergoing the process of sublimation are called sublimate or naphthalene benzoic acid, iodine, etc. are example of sublimate. Steam, that is a water vapor, have more energy than water of the same temperature because particles in steam have absorbed extra energy in the form of latent heat of vaporization. Effect of pressure. On applying pressure, gas gets compresses as the particles come closer and interparticle distance decreases and thus the gas gets converted into liquid. By applying pressure and reducing temperature, a gas can be liquefied. If external pressure is high, more heat is required to make the vapor pressure equal to external pressure, that is, boiling point of solid liquid increases. Solid carbon dioxide is called dry ice because solid carbon dioxide gets converted directly into the gaseous state on decrease of pressure to 1 atmosphere without coming into liquid state. This was the full explanation of the lesson States of Matter. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you like this lesson, please hit a like and subscribe the channel for such more videos. Thanks for watching.